man, and I think that's why he's one of the most featured, if not the most featured, hip hop artists of all time. Let's bring on Kokane right now. Welcome back to the Murder Master Music Show. How you been, brother?
All right, brother, man. I appreciate y'all having me back on the platform.
Man, hell yeah. That's that shit right there,
Anytime.
too, Coach.
Anytime, man. That never changed, man. That's you just dropped the project, man. Congratulations, man. What number is this project?
Number 50 million. Nah, it's something. I stopped counting a while back, brother. I just enjoy the music, enjoy the ride. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's always good, man, when you're passionate about what you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Definitely. People want to get it. I imagine it's on iTunes and everything. What's the name of the project again, Kokane?
The new project is called It's Cocaine, Not Lemonhead. You know what I'm saying? And it's a unique project because, you know, I was blessed enough to, got introduced in the game under the Bubble Law tree, and being one of the architects of G-Funk, next to my cousin, who was actually the originator of G-Funk. And we brought a different essence to Ruthless. And, Eazy-E allowed us to have our own identity. So years later, picking up from all that, running my own company with my wife, allowed me to go back to the West Coast essence. And Mixmaster Spade was one of the architects of West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Along with Gene T, Ice-T, and the list goes on. So he made, a famous statement, it's cocaine, not lemonade. So I really wanted to reintroduce the elements of West Coast and how it came from this side. And we came up with a good project, and it's unique because a lot of people know me, for guest appearing on different features, for a course of 28 years. But I wanted to get back into the essence of where you gotta raise your bars. It has to be real musicianship. Because nowadays music has become so much gossip orientated, it took the authenticity out of substance and everything. But people are starting to wake up, which is a good thing. So I didn't want no features on this particular project because if you like cocaine, you know what I'm saying? Either you're going to get into cocaine, you know what I'm saying, or you're going to get into who cocaine is featured. And we need to get back into the music to where if you hear OJ's record, you heard the OJ. And it was okay if they didn't have 50 million niggas on their shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to break the monotony and do this It's Cocaine, Not Lemonhead. And I wanted to pick some of the cats that, I've been over the years just been able to make platinum records with, like, of course, my cousin Cole 187, Battle Cat, Chill from Compton's Most Wanted, West Coast Stone, this cat named Theory who do a lot of stuff for Redmen, Mr. Caviar out of Compton, and then my first single is called El Boo Boo, who's actually produced by a 26-year-old kid from an OG's perspective. I put that single out and let them know, with all this new technology and with all this new whatever it is, it's really swaying away the culture. Now, it's one thing to go ahead and make some money and feed your family. I don't knock these young brothers' hustle. But the things that they're perpetuating is totally against the culture. So I ain't no bandwagon ass nigga just to hop in just because somebody else is riding on something. It hit me hard because you realize hip-hop saves so many lives, fam. And this is an attack on the culture, fam. So, one thing that with this It's Cocaine, Not Lemonade, you really get from that era. You know what I'm saying? What made sense from that era to raise bars. You know what I'm saying? To really talk about subject matter and to really give you some real dope shit.
I just saw, I don't know, I think it was Complex or something. They actually talked about, they gave props to Cole 187 for G-Funk. Did you see that?
Yeah, man. It's about time, man. It's about time, And, everybody got their story. And it left room and gaps for us to tell our story because the people really don't. Some people don't know, But then there's real hardcore hip hop fans that really appreciate the art form and really want to dig in deep, and they don't necessarily want to go to a WWF match because they want to see a real boxing match. So compared and similar to that situation, it's a blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? And even years later, when everybody put aside the beefs and really get back to the unity, we all realized that at the same time, man, this is something that we were a part of history to be able to give to the next generation. So, to see cats really from the OG perspective, you know what I'm saying, also embrace some of the youngsters that have the right attitude, because your attitude determines your altitude. It's not open season against youngsters. It's open seasons against idiocy, against stupidity.
Right.
That's what it is. It don't matter if a nigga old or considered old or if you consider young. It's called substance, brothers. And nowadays we need to have a balance in substance. And I'm just glad that I've been blessed enough to last this long, still be relevant, still be underrated. But now the veil and mystique is starting to really lift off with brothers that, like Kendrick Lamar and the YGs reaching back to the G-Funk elements and different other things like NWA doing what they're doing. And Dr. Dre did what he did, the Pac movie. And it just feels good, and big ups to all the fans and big ups to y'all that finally, Above the Law and Kokane is getting the recognition they finally deserve.
Right.
Not totally, but people are starting to wake up.
Starting to see, that's the main thing. They're starting to see that, okay, the history is there now. Let's go look back further, and it's good to see this, man. It really is. I hope it leads to something else, because I would like to see a documentary, a book, or something about you guys. You know what I'm saying? Above the Law, Kokane. You guys contributed so much to the music. Your story needs to be told as well.
Right. Well, we got something in the plans. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to do so much in this game. You learn not to do so much. Take your time. We got all day. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to be surprised. Me and Hertz got some real goodies in store for the whole world. About to really go on this tour, world tour. And just trust me, man. You'll be knowing sooner than later, for real.
Yeah. You was just talking about the All Eyes on Me. I remember we had you and Spice One on here, and you guys were chopping it up about the last time you guys saw Tupac. For our listeners tuning in, can you reflect on that? Because I thought that was a real dope story. I think it was on the set of Game.
Oh, yeah. Actually, me and my wife was just chopping it up. Actually, we was with Pac. You know what I'm saying? I was with Pac, and me and Spice One, he wanted to do this One Nation. And, that was after I seen Pac got out. I ain't seen him in a while because I've been knowing Pac actually since 1990. Since 1991, 1990 to 91. We had a mutual management, and that was through Atrian, who managed a lot of Bay Area cats. So going back, you know what I'm saying, when we seen him, he's rolling down Sunset, we're like, what's up, Pac? He was like, Kokane, Spice One, Chico, what's happening? Where y'all at? I said, we over here at the Marginal. So we go ahead and, he mixed it up. It was me, him, Caffeine, the actor Caffeine, and Spice One. And we was all kicking it, man. And I went to his house in Northridge, I think. And I was playing a song. I remember like it yesterday. I was playing the song. Eazy-E, Gaddafi and all them was around, you know what I'm saying? And Pac came over to the piano and was like, man, I like that song, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he always was in Above the Law and different things that we had. Believe it or not, man, Pac was always around Laylaw, Hutch, all of us, man. And one of my favorite songs by him was a song called Sometimes I Feel Like My Day Is Coming. So I was playing that and No Pain, No Gain on the piano, and he was just like, whoa, whoa. That's when he got interrupted by Quincy Jones started. You know what I'm saying? I remember it. So we were like, they started arguing. So we all went up to Can-Am, and that day we finished Fame, something we all adore, something we dying for. So we all cut that record, man, the next day, he invited to Jim Belushi in downtown LA. And me and Spice One, you know what I'm saying, gonna mash up there. And he was like, nigga, I'm starting this One Nation, man. I'm about to do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So after I get back over here, I want y'all niggas to come with me to Las Vegas. Me and Chico tell you to this day, we was actually supposed to go to Vegas with Tupac. But we never did go to Vegas with Tupac. And that was the last time I seen the homie.
Wow. And it was just right before he was killed.
Yeah. So, you know, all this, man, to say, you know, you appreciate life. You appreciate everything. You know, life is too short for us to be bickering over stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed. When I choose my words carefully, I was blessed to be able to do records with Eazy-E and Nate Dogg and, you know what I'm saying, Mac Dre and Jacka and Jay Dilla and Crazy Tunes and Syke and Tupac, you know, because it's for the next generation to really change their attitudes about how they feel about the elders. You see what I'm saying? You should enjoy this rich history we come from, because brothers ain't here to defend themselves. And we, you know, nowadays generation, they used to respect grandma. Now they going in there and slapping the shit out on, pulling out a toolie on the kids. And we have to change the landscape of hip-hop slowly but surely.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Go ahead, Prince.
No, I was just going to say, it's going to take the OGs and the pioneers. That's why I commend you, Kokane, for doing it, for making sure that their history is noted and that these cats, you know what I'm saying, absorb what actually took place for them to be able to do what they're doing. You know?
Yeah. It's very, I'll say this. I won't say it all along, but I'll say it's very important, man. It's very important to inspire these kids like we were inspired by Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, you know what I'm saying, Ice-T, Eazy, all these great Public Enemy, all these great cats. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't know where you at in the past, you don't give a fuck about where you going in the future. And it's like hip-hop is really outlasted a lot of shit. They said this shit wasn't going to be around. Rock and roll was going to outshine. This is rock and roll. So we got to get back into really putting something positive energy in these kids. You know what I'm saying? Not really getting so much on their head, because that ain't going to change nobody's attitude. They're going to get worse, like the preacher's daughter. But it's for us to say, take accountability as OGs and start really telling and educating these kids on what the fuck is going on and how to respect. You know what I'm saying? Because the garbage that they putting out, they force feeding everybody. It's those frequencies and vibrations. It's perpetuating ignorance inside their whole push. And ain't nobody telling nobody to say the Lung Foundation, fam. I'm not doing that. This is entertainment business. But at the same time, you know, we got to initiate that balance. Straight up.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Kokane, one of the questions I actually had down to ask you, man, is you were supposed to be a part of the One Nation Project by Tupac. Could you tell me, you know, like, tell us how far along was that, and, like, just tell us, like, what all you knew about the project and who all was involved with it?
Oh, Pac set us down, and we were talking, and that's crazy, because at the time, me and Yella, we were up at Scotty Brothers, because we had did One More Nigga to Go a year later. You know what I'm saying? So we was, you know, chopping up with Pac, and it felt like, you know, a Ruthless situation again. You know what I mean? And I was more than interested. And he sat me and Chico down and said, man, Kokane, you already know we folks, because we used to rock on stage in 91 to 92, fam. You know what I'm saying? Me, him, my brother-in-law, you know, and all that good shit. And he was like, I really want you a part of it, man, your melodies and tones and just all that good shit. And we was on this set to the Jim Belushi thing, like I just stated. And we was finna really get it in with him, man. He was really excited. I mean, he was really excited, man. You know what I'm saying? So I could just say, you know, if hypothetically things if the brother didn't have an unfortunate event, you know what I'm saying, timely unpassing. Oh, man, it'd have been like Eazy, man. Things would have been kind of different, I tell you that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And like you said with Eazy, that man was so innovative because he recognized the talent in yourself and Dre and all these people. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the Ruthless family tree, it branched out to hundreds and hundreds of millions of records. You know what I'm saying? Globally. How does it feel to be part of that tree, Kokane? And can you reflect a little bit on the Godfather of gangster rap for us?
Well, it's surreal, fam. That's all I can say. To be a part of that rich history, good and bad times, you know what I'm saying, but mostly good times. Man, it was something else. That's all I can tell you. Sometimes it's kind of hard to put the words to it, but I'll tell you this: what kept me, besides number one, God and my family. Being around that source kept me going, man, because Eazy never made you feel like you was worth 2 cents. He let you kick it around him. He let you. You know what I'm saying? I came to him, and he was like, Coke, I want you to do something for me. I'm having a hard part on this stuff. And here I am, really a nobody in the game. And he wants me to write Appetite for Destruction. He wants me to write his part. And I'm like, you want me to write my part? You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I was starstruck because I was with him already and with a blah, blah, blah. But he always gave somebody an opportunity and a chance. And you got to realize, Dre, when I seen the Defiant one, it was on point. Most of the things was on point there. And you got to realize if there was no Eric, though, and not taking nothing away from any of the tree, all of us, but if there was no Eric putting up his hustle money, this wouldn't be possible. Me and you wouldn't be talking. Eric was not only the blueprint to allowing us to articulate our message from a suppressed environment called ghettos, but his tree created a multi-billion-dollar corporations for different subsidiaries out of that one tree, out of him taking his Compton money and putting this dope money up and saying, let's get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying? So, so, Eazy, me, just as equal as anyone at the top. Cube, and they know it too, because they said, Dre, any one of us. Eazy needs to be inducted into some of these colleges in their books. Because when you're talking about economics and different history of hip-hop has the biggest economics. And he was our West Coast Russell Simmons.
Yeah. And it's amazing, too, because, I was watching a little bit of the Defiant Ones, and I saw that footage of him. They were teaching him how to rap and stuff. And, the man had the charisma to be able to do that and maintain a business mind to be able to find other talent, too. Like, you knew it wasn't about him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He wanted to make sure that he had talented people around him.
Yeah. And I'll say this. I must not forget that. Everybody can point the finger at each other, and everybody's cool now, which is a blessed thing. But you can't leave Jerry Heller out. You cannot leave Jerry Heller out. If Jerry Heller had the Jewish connection to get that shit cross-board, let me tell you something. Let me keep it real. Everybody want to poke pop shots, but it's like cool right now. There's people that are gone. So therefore, it's for all of us to go ahead and then put aside of everything, which we all did. But Jerry Heller was an important part because couldn't no ghetto niggas that was fucking with McCullough records and other things like that get it demographically across the world to the white audience. Once the white audience gravitated to it, then the whole schematics of everything changed. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say, not only that, for good or for bad, big ups to Jerry Heller. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to what Eazy did. It's just crazy that a lot of things in between had came along the way. It was one time where we were out at Dre, and Dre were out at us, and we were out at Snoop and Snoop. So at the end of the day, it's about accountability because you cast the first stone with anybody. I mean, everybody's accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say, I got to say that because ghetto niggas wouldn't have been able to do it if they didn't have that Jewish plug. And I'm just keeping it real.
And Jerry had a huge history in the music business that went back to the 60s. I mean, he brought people like fucking Elton John over here, and you know, he managed Creedence Clearwater. So Eazy knew that Jerry was that dude that could get him from point A to point B. And I thought, man, that really there should be a Defiant Ones about Eazy and Jerry as well, because and both of them aren't here, but it needs to be told through you guys, people who were there, because I think that relationship and that chemistry had been amazing. Because look what it accomplished together when those two business partners came together.
Yeah, you either see the world want to hear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They want to digest it. They want to soak it up. They're looking on the box, encyclopedias. Wikipedia ain't going to tell you 10% of the truth, so you can't go there. They want to hear the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Kokane, let's take a break and let's go into this El Boo Boo track, man. Tell everybody about this one. This
song is El Boo Boo. Right, this song is El Boo Boo. This song is dedicated to all the ones who is messing up the inauthenticity of good musicians, getting in the way, baller blocking with narcissistic, ignorant ass, incompetent ass vibes that come out of their whole vocal tone. This song is for you. It's called The Boo Boo, which I pronounce it El Boo Boo. Produced by Young Black off the new album, Miss Kokane, Not Limited, out right now.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of dope music out right now, Kokane.
Hell yeah.
Yourself, legendary MC Shan from Queens just dropped a new album. First album in 30 years called Bars Over Bullshit. Cool G Rap just dropped a new album. I mean, there's so much.
Oh, shit. That's my man.
Yeah. And there's a lot of dope artists coming back dropping music. You know what I'm saying? You, though, on the other hand, you've been dropping music consistently. You know what I'm saying? What's your secret for the longevity?
Shoot, I enjoy it, and it seems like I always got a kid going to college, man. You know what I'm saying? So, first I enjoy it, and, because you got to enjoy what you do. You know what I'm saying? And, I want to leave a legacy for my family, and I have yet to leave that legacy in its fullness, you know what I'm saying? But, I just enjoy what I do, I guess.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. We got the homie Sin from France. Sin, you got a question for Kokane?
Yeah. Hi, Kokane.
Hey, bonjour, my nigga.
Bonjour.
French Connect.
Yes, sir. Yeah, tell us about the album.
Right there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tell us about the album Funk Upon a Rhyme and the song Making Soda Free, and extend also the unique different touch of Cold Water 7 on this album.
Right. Say that. I didn't quite catch you. You said something about Funk Upon a Rhyme.
Funk Upon a Rhyme. He wants to know about the song Baking Soda Free. Explain the unique funk touch of Cold 187. What Cold 187 did his latest on the track.
That's the DX7 and the DX machine, the beat machine. If you ever want to know, we did a lot of stuff. We did those albums on the Uncle Sam's Curse and Funk Upon a Rhyme. When we did Baking Soda Free, we were just on the roll in our moment. You know what I'm saying? Because we just got through doing Black Mafia life and all that, and it was like natural. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't never, preconceive some things and okay, we need to come up with this type of album. Every album that we ever made with a brother on Kokane, who was right there on the spot in the studio. We didn't write it at the house. There wasn't no iPhones to write on back then. You know, we would go to the lab, take the 2-inch machine tape. You know what I'm saying? That was the old school. Wasn't no iPods and wasn't no none of that fancy stuff. You know what I mean? But we had that warm analog sound, and it just felt good. It felt like, you know, analog. And that was our key to making those funk albums, is that we did it on the spot. And some of the stuff we didn't even write down. It was just a vibe.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Sim, for the question. You know, that's what I'm talking about, man. You and Big Hutch, you guys, I mean, you're not just collaborators and friends in the industry. You guys are family, right?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
My uncle was Willie Hutch. You know, my dad. My dad is from Motown. We was kind of like into it. It was already embedded in us. You know what I'm saying? And his daddy was a writer, Richard Hutchison. Yeah, that's my real family.
Yeah, I mean, it's no wonder why you guys are doing what you're doing and creating your own.
And a lot of people
music.
don't know, brother. His first record was out in '85. My first record out was in '87 with my Uncle Willie Hutch. You know what I'm saying? So we're kind of doing it in a minute.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Do you still have that? Anybody got it on YouTube or something? I'd love to hear that.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get access to it. You know, Uncle Willie passed, you know, a minute ago.
Rest in peace.
So, yeah, we trying to, he got some stuff over there, brother. You know, but that was my first imprint. It didn't get off the ground, of course, but then really making professional records. And my first platinum record was being on the Niggas for Life album. Well, I write y'all across the USC, Compton Watts. They know we know, you know, that little character called Sweet Talk.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Talk been talking too much on this motherfucker. I mean, yeah, that's the first shit you hear on the record. You know, and that record, you know what I'm saying, to me, I thought it was bigger than Straight Outta Compton because it was the first gangster rap record to reach #1 on the Billboard charts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people at that time, they're like, oh, man, the NWA's dope, but they ain't got Cube in it. To me, I thought that was, I mean, everyone's talking about how No Vaseline did its thing and whatnot, but I think the ultimate revenge was reaching #1 on the fucking Billboard charts, man. What was it like for you at that time, being part of that, you know what I'm saying, For Life album and getting on them Billboard charts, #1?
Man, that's beautiful. Man, I was young Coca, man. My first platinum record. Is you crazy? Shit. I was having a fag in the sissy factory. Man, it wasn't nothing like it, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's a good feeling. And then the what I call the flu bug hits you in the industry. You know, all the stuff comes. The groupies and the this and the mountain of this and this you're introduced right here and you get a power. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when I look back, man, you know, I don't live with no consequences. I say, man, what a hell of a ride, and God allowed me to still stay on this road to make good music.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Still doing it to this day. Got a new album out right now. Again, anybody who wants to pick it up, I encourage them to go get it. Give them the title and then any info about it, Kokane.
It's called It's Kokane, Not Limited. You spell the name Kokane. And also, we got a new product on the line, man. It's about to revolutionize the audio industry, how we listen to music. I have this product out, recently leaked up with Bass Buds. Big ups to Bass Buds USA. And we put this product together. And out of all my albums, for now, when I have my albums, I'm going to be able to wrap this Bass Buds Bluetooth speakers. Now, this type of speakers that I have now, and the product is amazing because the creators of it is just, this shit is mind-blowing. It fits in the palm of your hand, the Bluetooth speaker, but it kick ass just as much as the pill. small, but when you hear the bass, it's really going to trip you out. So we've been having a lot of orders come in for that. You can go to Kokane Bass Booms. You spell it KOKANEBASSBOOMZ.com. That's bassbooms.com. And you can get the It's Cocaine, Not Lemonhead. And also you get a bonus track, with me and Too Short. And plus we also got other artists that are out, such as my daughter. She has a new single called Strobe Lights. She's preparing for her album to drop soon, which is called A Star Is Born. So when y'all get a chance, go check out my daughter. She got a single called Strobe Lights, and I also have another artist. His name is called Namek from 626. He got a new full album out called Namsterdam. So over here at Buddy Boy Entertainment, big ups to Lady Cocaine, the whole staff. Big ups to all the fans that already bought the project. And continue to support good music. I don't care. Rakim said it best. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, we ought to bring your daughter, your artist on sometime, do a Buddy Boy Entertainment show. You know what I'm saying? We'll showcase the whole label and, let everybody hear the music, man.
Man, that'll be a blessing. And I want to say big ups to y'all, man. I'm glad y'all growing, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a blessing to talk to you guys, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate the love, for sure.
Oh, most definitely, man. You've been down with us since pretty much the beginning of our 5-year run here, and we appreciate you, Cocaine. And keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Yeah, man, thanks, man. You got to keep it real like Holyfield, you did.
Definitely, man. Yeah. Everybody, I encourage everybody to go out and get that album. You know what I'm saying? It's Cocaine, Not Lemonhead, available now everywhere online. You going to have physicals, too?
Yeah, we got the physicals. You can pre-order it on my site. I forgot about that. At Buddy Boy ENT. It's BUDDEBOYENT.com. And you can get also the whole Cocaine collection and all those goods. You can also purchase the bass booms, Bluetooth speakers, and everything that we have is in-house. Our company is called Buddy Boy Entertainment. I'm the CEO. Wifey is the vice president. And the rest, I got to say, warning. I got to warn everybody out there. When you go to our shit and you buy our products, warning, listening can become addicting.
Highly addictive. Most definitely. There's Wait for Too Long by Cocaine, and we're getting out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. We got the legendary DJ Ready Red, Ghetto Boys Pioneer, and then we're going to take it back to the 70s and 80s with Cool Kyle. He was actually the first rapper to star in a movie back in 1980. I don't know what the fuck the name of the movie is, but we'll find out tomorrow. We're getting out of this motherfucker. Here's Cocaine, Wait for Too Long. Peace.